In today's video, we have something a little interesting. These are two new Baofeng UV-5R radios. This radio came off of Amazon and was on promotion for $18. This radio came off of Temu and it was on a new user special, cost me $2.98. The thing that's interesting is these two radios came from two different suppliers, but the odd part is they're actually both clean. I don't know if this is a new thing, but we'll take a look at them. So let's get going on this. We'll take a look at the SINAD. We'll take a look at the spectral purity, so to speak. And I also did a battery analysis, which unfortunately, that still doesn't quite live up to their specs. But let's take a look and see what we get. Okay, we'll start off by doing a SINAD test. I'll put a graphic up here on the screen. The manufacturer says 0.2 microvolts for 12 dB SINAD. So we'll get set up here. Let's turn on a couple cameras for you. We've got the this radio is going to be, this is the one from Temu. I've got them, I put the hand strap on the one that came from Amazon to keep them separate. So this is the Temu radio. We're gonna set this up to do a SINAD. We're on 146.5. It's going to be where we're going to test it. So we'll start off. We're going to go through this 40 dB attenuator. The tiny SA is actually more accurate before it gets down into signals that are that weak. So we put a little helper attenuator in line there. And then we've got the squelch open, and we will hook up our audio line. And there we go. So now we've got our signal going into our SINAD test. And then now you can see the what we're doing here on the tiny SA. We're in signal generator mode. I've already set the frequency to 146.5 megahertz, and we are in FM modulation with a 1000 hertz tone, basically standard test criteria for doing this. Then we are going to output sine wave. Here's where we've set the external attenuator gain, so that brings us so that our level here is now reading accurately with the 40 dB attenuator in line. Okay, so let me pull up a calculator here for you. Okay, so here I've already got in here, you can see the spec of 0.2 microvolts calculates to negative 121 dBm. So we will start, let's start on our I probably already gave it away a little bit there, that it actually goes a little bit lower than that. So now let me go back, and we will go back to our calculator to convert from dBm. And let's see what we get here. So we'll start off at negative 121. And there's our 0.1993 microvolts. So we'll start off there. So here we go. We turn on our signal generator at minus 121. Now you can see right now we're already getting a SINAD of about 17 or 18. So we will step down our signal on our signal generator here. Minus 123. We're still up above 12. Minus 124. We're still high. Minus 125. There we go. So right now, at minus 125 dB, we are hovering around the 11 to 13 range. So I would call that pretty darn close into the minus 12 dB SINAD. So at minus 125, calculate, you can see that our sensitivity is 0.126 microvolts. So we are under the manufacturer suggested 0.2 microvolts for a 12 dB SINAD. So that looks pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave everything set up exactly the same, just so that you can see here that the Amazon radio is actually exactly the same. So we'll put the Amazon radio on here. We will turn it on. Plug in our audio line. We've got the squelch open. And oh, actually I never turned off the signal generator. So you can see already we're still generating a signal here at minus 125 dB, and we're still right at that 12 dB SINAD. So both of these radios generate a pretty good signal, 0.126 microvolts or minus 125 dBm. So well within the manufacturer's specifications from their manual. So what's interesting about these radios, and actually we'll go over to the bench and we'll get ready to do look at these on the spectrum analyzer, and I'll show you a little bit closer over there. The thing that I find interesting is like I say, both these radios were purchased within about the last 3 weeks, and one from Amazon and one from Temu. And yeah, you can't really see it good here. We'll look at them over on the bench, but you can see completely different labeling. This is the thing with these radios that I just can't figure out is who makes them, where are they coming from. Both of these, well, let's go over to the bench. So, as I was saying, the thing that's interesting here is that these two radios are about 3 weeks old, and the labeling is completely different. The thing that is interesting is that the FCC IDs on both of these radios are the same now. I have some older UV-5Rs that do not have this FCC ID. And you can look this up and Google it. There was another glitch in my camera. You can look this FCC ID up and see what all is covered on this. It's a newer FCC ID, but I'm not sure these two radios are performing much differently than any of the other UV-5Rs that I have tested. And then you can see too, the thing that's confusing also is that the serial numbers are in completely different format from each other. This one that came from Temu has a serial number that starts with the year 2023, and this radio that came from Amazon has a serial number that just starts with 21 UV. So I don't really know. I don't really know if these are being just manufactured in different locations. If anybody knows, feel free to throw a comment or information in the comments below. Let me know what you think on that. Even the batteries, same situation. They're both listed as BL5 batteries, but completely different markings, labels. So obviously probably coming from two different places. So with that, silver dot to silver dot, yeah, I got those marked.
Frequency mode.
We will hook these up and take a look and see what they look like on the spectrum analyzer. Okay, Amazon radio here. We'll start with this one. First, we're going to do our normal 40 dB attenuator. I'm only going to do 40 dB on this because this radio does not put out more than 5 watts. I should be totally fine with just a 40 dB attenuator in there. Let me see here. Here's my adapter down here on the desk for my N connector. Okay, so here we have the radio set up. We are on 146.5, and let's see. Low power. We have our reference line of 25 microwatts, or minus 16.02 dB. So minus 16.02 dBm. And we are looking at 146.5 low power. And let's go ahead and key up and see what we get. And there you have it. We're getting 1.3 watts on low power on the fundamental frequency. And you can see the second harmonic is minus 65 dB down. And the third, fourth, and fifth are just further down than that. And well within the minus 40 dB from the fundamental required by the FCC. And also, the second, third, and fourth harmonics are considerably underneath that 25 microwatt line, also required by the FCC. So, believe it or not, this Baofeng UV-5R that came from Amazon for $18 is clean. It's as far as harmonics are concerned. And the thing that is very interesting is an $18 radio is better than a lot of these other $40, $50, $60, up to $80 radios we've been testing here recently. And that's why I was so surprised with this radio. We'll go ahead and bump it up to high power. And we're still on 146.5, and at high power, we're putting out just under 4 watts. So our output power is not super high, but as you can see though, even on the high power setting on this radio, we are within specs for all of the harmonics are more than 40 dB down from the carrier, and all of the harmonics fall underneath the 25 microwatt line. And this is the Amazon radio with the lanyard on it. And while we're doing 2 meters here, let's just quickly swap over to the Temu radio, which we have right here. We'll keep this one over here. And this is now the Temu Baofeng UV-5R that I purchased for the whopping price of $2.98. So, see here, see if you can see, we're on 146.5. Let's double check our transmit power is on low, and let's see where we are. Oh, let's turn this one down so we don't interfere. All right, so we got 1.4 watts out on low power, and as you can see, this radio also has the second, third, fourth, fifth harmonics are all more than 40 dB down from the carrier. Second harmonic is minus 60, third harmonic minus 88, 85, somewhere right around in there, and all significantly underneath that 25 microwatt line. So 2 Baofeng UV-5Rs that are here we are on high power. This radio 4.73 watts on high. As you can see, once again on high power, this radio second, third, and fourth harmonics minus 72, minus 80, minus 92, significantly underneath the minus 40 dB down from the carrier, and also underneath the 25 microwatt line. So 2 Baofeng UV-5Rs from 2 different sources within the last 3 weeks that have different labeling on them, and both of them are showing that they're clean on 2 meters. We can actually, real quickly, I'll switch back over here to the Amazon radio, and if we want to just for fun, we can switch back here to our harmonics and change our fundamental up to 443 megahertz. And then we'll switch the radio here to 443. We're on low power. And here you can see low power 1.36, 1.35 watts. Low power. Second, third, fourth harmonics are way down. Minus 79, minus 86, minus 97. All way down below the fundamental and also below the 25 microwatt line. We'll bump it up to high power. And on 443, high power, 3.76 watts. Also, minus 82, minus 84, minus 100. Those second, third, fourth harmonics significantly down from the carrier fundamental frequency. And definitely below the 25 microwatt line. That's the Amazon radio. And real quick, we'll switch back over to the Temu radio. All right, we are...
Menu. Power. Confirm.
Low power, 443. And here on this radio, low power on 440, we're at about 2 watts. Second, third, and fourth harmonics, minus 60, minus 80, minus 100. All more than 40 dB down from the fundamental and all underneath the 25 microwatt line. And, you know, as we've discussed before, the FCC regulations don't seem to cover the 440 band with these same specifications, but obviously I like to check it anyway because, you know, the 440 70 centimeter band should be clean as well. So here we are on the Amazon radio, switching back over here, 3.8 watts, 440. Again, looking at those harmonics. Very, very interesting. As exciting as it is to see these Baofeng radios actually test clean, is almost as frustrating as it is too, because there are so many Baofeng UV-5Rs out there now that how do you know? How do you know if you have a clean one or not without sitting down and doing a test like this? You can't look at serial numbers. I just showed you that. You can't look at the labels. They're obviously, you know, once again, completely different. You can't look at serial numbers because the serial numbers vary. It's frustrating. I don't know how to tell you to find a clean UV-5R. 2 different sources, both of them clean. Real quick before I switch back from the bench here, we'll switch over to the oscilloscope, and I'll show you that the carriers are pretty clean also. Okay, we'll start off with the Amazon radio. We will put this on, still going through our 40 dB attenuator so that we don't hurt our oscilloscope. And 146.5, and as we can see here, this is looking like a nice sine wave, clean carrier. Looks pretty good. What we would expect for a FM modulated carrier. So that's the Amazon radio. Real quick now, just to cover all of our bases. Here is the Temu radio. Low power. I guess that last one I did, another one was high power, but you can see here 146.5 frequency counter, has no problem. Nice clean sine wave. And this is the Temu radio. We can
Power. Confirm.
show you real quick. Same as the Amazon radio, high power, nice and clean. So once again, I don't know. The problem is that I don't know. I can't say for a fact that, hey, you know, go out and buy a new UV-5R from Amazon or a UV-5R from Temu, and you're going to get a a clean radio, but it's awfully amazing that these two radios, unbelievably, Baofeng UV-5Rs, both clean. Carrier clean, harmonics clean, sensitivity is good. As has been mentioned in many other videos, I am sure that the selectivity is probably not, probably not phenomenal. These are direct conversion front ends on these, and there's been some other videos done showing that you can overload the receiver with another transmission that's nearby in frequency. And we can do that stuff. If you guys want to see something like that, I can set up and do that as well. But let's head back over to the desk, and I'll wrap up with just a real quick battery analysis and final thoughts. So basically, I think where we're going with this is, I think it's absolutely phenomenal that these UV-5Rs are clean. I think the biggest problem that I see is as already stated, I don't know how to guide someone to buy one of these radios that we know is of this new batch. With the labels differing, the serial numbers differing, the labels on the batteries differing, I don't know if they're coming out of the same factory and then being shipped to different areas and being labeled, or how it's going. But it's amazing that these radios are finally good, or at least I don't know how I would have lucked upon two of them at random from two different vendors that are both good with the same specs. The one thing I will say, I'll pop up actually I'll go ahead and change this. I'll pop up a quick graphic here and discuss the batteries. The batteries on both are both labeled as 1500 milliamp hour batteries. Neither one is. It's about 2/3 that. Looks like basically, right around 1,000, maybe 1,100 milliamp hours. The values are in the graph. So the batteries don't quite make what they say, but other than that, it's unbelievable that these radios actually are performing as well as they are. Can I recommend to run out and buy a Baofeng UV-5R? I've tested plenty that are not clean. I would love to think this is the new norm for these Baofeng radios. I do have another radio here. This one, I'll probably do a video on this one shortly as well. And this radio, I'm pretty sure from my initial quick peek at it, is also clean. So I would love to think that this is a new leaf in these radios, but I guess we can, only time will tell, and we'll keep taking a look at them. If you guys have any suggestions, please pop them in the comments below. If you've got a radio you're interested in taking a look at, pop that in the comments below. And as always, if you like these videos and you want to have me keep making them, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.